black belt drive, no surprise. Still we rise, ancient ties realize. Always gonna push it, got my ribbon in the sky. Everybody is but we shine in the night. Do the night so fine in the night. Let me see it, give it. Let it flow like a mermaid underwater. Here we go, can you feel taking over? Flip mode with the law, take the order. Easy, take it to the left, shake it like some ice. Mommy, go, baby, you be kryptonite. Shake it to the left, take it to the right. On your own, run with nobody.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Welcome to Brooklyn, New York. The Nets playing host at Barclays Center as they look for a win at home. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls. Some talent for sure in the backcourt tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across from another top-level guard?
Oh, it always raises the stakes, and you want to rise to that challenge. But in the end, it all comes back to winning as a team.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Outside, LaVine. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Drains it from beyond the arc.
You know, Zach LaVine is not just a scorer. He's really good at setting up his teammates, too.
And at times, it just feels like DeRozan is still underappreciated. Receives a lot of criticism for what he doesn't do, and not enough credit for what he does.
And LaVine, here we go.
LaVine, an outstanding athlete. He's got a tremendous burst to the hoop.
Pass to Simmons. Vucevic with the block. Here's Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam. About a minute played so far here in the first. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by LaVine. And DeRozan's talked about using negative press to his advantage.
You know, he said you have to be able to take criticism if you want to be great. Use the negative energy to become something more than you thought you could be.
Irving with a clean look. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Man, the confidence Irving has is something I really appreciate. I mean, he's ready to shoot it as soon as he gets it and not afraid of any kind of shot.
They get it back.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
First team foul.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to Drummond. Outside for Curry. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Outside DeRozan. And the layup's good off the glass. DeRozan's got 5 now.
Man, DeRozan, such a dangerous scorer in there. The defense has to push him out of there.
And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there. And really a tough break for the Heat.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Boy, Ball has a nice feel for when his guys are open. He's solid, really solid when it comes to getting his teammates clean looks.
And Drummond throws it down. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
Excellent coverage from Durant. Able to guard multiple positions due to his size, athleticism, and length.
That's his second pushable. Third team.
The Nets with the lead. Irving double team. To the middle. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
And here are the Bulls now. Pass to Levine. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Outside, Simmons. Nets passing it around. Drummond. Misses from short range. Kick out to Levine. Jones with it. Guarded by Simmons. On the wing, Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Simmons with the defensive effort.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And they pick up 2.
You know, the timing Durant has. Does a nice job. Really excels at pulling up and then stopping on the dime. Straight up, straight down off the dribble and delivering.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction. But Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite.
Now when Lonzo Ball entered the league in 2017, Greg, there were major questions about his shooting. And he struggled, of course, during his rookie year.
Yeah, and shooting 30% from deep and under 50% at the line. But credit to Lonzo. He's put major work into his stroke, getting that free throw percentage to over 75% during his 4th year in the league. And his three-point numbers, they've also improved greatly.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 1. Fires for 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Levine. It's hauled in by Brown. Harris, right side. Here's Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
Outside, Levine. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Inside. Brooklyn with the rebound. Pass to Aldridge. Left side, Brown. Andre Drummond has been on display for Brooklyn. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We've got more in store for you right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Derek Jones Jr.
And for a player with Blake Griffin's physical makeup, it was a big adjustment when he had to deal with injury issues. He's really had to reshape his body and his game.
And one thing about Griffin and the injuries, Greg, that he went through, he did everything he could to get his body back to where it needed to be.
And he didn't care what it was, yoga, weights, conditioning, you name it, because he knows how important it is to be able to elevate. And Griffin needs to be explosive and 24/7 to make sure he is.
Substitutions for your Nets. Andre Drummond.
And the Nets with possession here. They trail by 1. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan.
Bulls foul.
That's his first foul.
DeMar DeRozan. His first foul. Team second.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Drummond.
Andre Drummond.
That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Exactly.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way, but Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that portrait.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
It's stolen by Brown. Back to Durant. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Outside, KD. Uses the glass to finish the layup. KD's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets. After a whistle, we often see players demanding their coach challenge the call. Greg, were there plays you wish you could have challenged in your career?
Oh, goodness, absolutely. But the game was just so different back then, and we had other ways of resolving issues and letting the refs know when we maybe didn't appreciate a call.
Timeout called the Nets. There's an element to Nikola Vucevic's game that fits well with most of the league's modern offensive scheme.
And with his inside-out game, he's a guy that can stretch the floor. And Kevin, when you look at today's NBA, nothing is more important than spacing and passing. And when Vucevic is on the court, you can be sure the spacing will be excellent.
Stepping onto the court, come on, get loud for your Brooklyn Nets. Substitutions for your Nets. Nicholas Watson. Ben Simmons.
Nets leading by 4. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine.
Here, Brooklyn basketball.
Here's Irving to the inside. And that one is hammered home.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irving has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Pass to DeRozan. Now Levine. Guarded by Kirk. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his second.
Kevin, you tend to forget this about Levine. I mean, he's still so young. You feel like he's been in the league forever.
Both shots good from the stripe. You know, Greg, I was just thinking about Zach LaVine and his age. He's just now in his mid to late 20s.
And he's grown so much since that rookie year. Excited to see what numbers he can put up as he gets ready to enter into his prime.
Here's Ball. No good. That would have tied it. The Nets with the lead. Stolen by Levine. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. DeRozan leading the charge. Levine's shot is off.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. Got to appreciate that stop.
To the paint. They double him with Vucevic. Count that bucket. Claxton's got 4 this quarter.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now, here is Irving. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play.
Defensive foul.
That one on DeRozan.
That's his second.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Nets.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Nets leading by 6. Pass to Curry. Here he goes. And the layup falls.
Curry. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
At the elbow, it's Levine. Trying to find Ball. He gets it to him.
Lonzo Ball.
That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Harris outside. Back to Simmons. The 3 from Mills. And the Nets, another 3.
You know, Mills has been a guy who's been very streaky as a perimeter shooter, but he's been good behind the arc his entire career.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be right back after this. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Nets leading by 9. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. We're one of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good things. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks.
Boy, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
If you look at the leaders in rebounding, it's almost a sure thing that Drummond's name is going to be near the top of that list. That's the kind of impact on the boards he's made over his career.
KD on the wing. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Second chance shot.
Denied. Return to sender. That's something you expect from a 7-footer like Vucevic. Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Bulls trail by 9. DeRozan with it.
Simmons is very skilled on defense. He just knows where to be and how to guard whoever he's on. Versatile is part of his defensive skill set, too.
Drummond. Good D by Jones. And Greg, when it comes, look at that.
Oh, my goodness. What's up?
Nikola Vucevic.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
Curry.
And he gets the bucket.
So good at figuring out ways to get inside. Seth Curry working on improving this part of his game.
Brooklyn leading by 9. Irving with the ball. Now defended by Levine. Outside for Simmons. Durant wide open. He fires. Off target from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Chicago making a switch here.
And after 1 year at UNLV, Derrick Jones Jr. going pro back in 2016, he's gone from an undrafted project to a dunk contest champion.
Now here's Vucevic. Here's Caruso. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, Vucevic, so solid in all fundamentals of the game and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Derrick Jones Jr., Craig, as we know, is a high flyer. In fact, he is a frequent flyer.
Yeah, I mean, all the physical tools you look for in a wing player, Kevin. Tremendous length and athleticism, and he continues to develop his skill set and capitalize on those gifts.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Substitutions for your Nets.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Harris draws the double. Shots good by Mills. Mills has got 5.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get ugly. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber. Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. 8-point game.
Now that was a sweet move. I mean, lightning handles, yet completely under control and within himself.
Harris draws the double. Brown with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Here's Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Boy, Aldridge commands so much defensive attention. There's bound to be somebody open on every possession. And this time, LaMarcus finds it.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Here's Caruso. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And they double up DeRozan. And LaVine, here we go. Clock at 6. Here's Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
You know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent find.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brown wide open. He fires. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Brown's got himself going with the triple. His first basket of the game. Here's LaVine. And the jam by LaVine.
That's what Zach LaVine is known for, getting positioning inside and throwing it down.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
That's his third personal.
Brooklyn shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, LaMarcus Aldridge. And out the line, shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Well, I love his stroke. Aldridge has a sweet stroke and continues to produce a nightly double-double threat who doesn't mind being the focal point of the offense.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock him down from the line.
Brown outside. Misses. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Nets out in front. They lead by 7. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Bulls trail by 7. And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. It's Jones on the wing. And he drives in. It's good. Jones has got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Chicago.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Timeout called the Nets. David Aldridge.
During that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear Steve Nash talking to his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. Irving's shot is good. And the Nets lead by 5.
I got a question for you. How do you defend Irving in the pick and roll? He's so quick, and his ball handling is so good, absolutely, virtually impossible.
outside Curry. Right block shot. Outside for Simmons. Outside Irving. Simmons on the wing. 3 on the clock. Curry shot is off.
And it's still a...
Oh!
And this is a guy who really flies up the court. Tough to shadow Levine in transition.
Pass to Brown. Here's Simmons. The shake. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
His 4th personal.
That one on Vucevic. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
And that one miss shouldn't be too costly because he was able to make it a 2-possession game.
And that's one of Levine's pet moves. Has the speed to get there and the hops to finish.
Outside for Simmons. Pass to Drummond. Here's Brown for 3. Unable to get that one. Bulls moving the ball around. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Down low. Here's Simmons. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
The interior game of Simmons is rock solid. When he gets a matchup he likes, he knows exactly how to exploit it.
Here's Levine. Simmons pulls it in. Nets leading by 4. Outside Irving. Back to Simmons. 5 on the clock.
4th quarter.
Pass to Drummond. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation.
Substitution.
Outside White. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Brown. And here is Durant. Nice open look, but it's no good.
And the well is running.
And you can see the confidence there, Kevin, just oozing out of him. Levine knows he can get his shot in almost any situation, and that's a big one for the team.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're leading by 2. There's 1:38 left in the game. There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter. And here's Brown outside. Chicago trailing here. Levine with it. He's picked up by Irving. Williams for 3. White wide open. He fires. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
No stage too big for KD. You need a basket, he's your man.
Count the basket. Levine's got 28 points for the game.
And there you go now, one of the NBA's rising stars. Levine stepping up when it counts.
And it's Drummond missing. Back to Jones. Pass to Levine. On the wing, Williams. Outside, White. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
The Nets making a switch here. And there's a whistle. That'll go on Jared Jones. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. 43 seconds left in the 4th quarter. To the left wing. pass to Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Durant in the corner. From outside, off the mark. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Outside, White. Misses the tray. And it's Vucevic missing.
That's right. No other option but to foul and go for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Well, you look at Durant, and it's obvious. He feels like he's got so much more to prove. I mean, he's as driven a player as you'll find in this league. That's part of his greatness.
Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 3. 1 second left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for goal. Come on, man. Stand up.
For 3, Levine. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having...
Smell like when I'm from North and Long.